Hello Gundam fans, my name is Ian Quadjin, and today I'll be doing a review of the 1/144 scale Gundam AGE-2 and the Artimes conversion wear kit from Dengeki Hobby September issue this year. So basically, Artemis in Greek mythology is the goddess of hunting and fertility. Well, I don't know why they chose this name for this very, I could say, fertile kid, but I know that this kid looks like a very goddamn hunter. So this kit comes with the Dengeki Hobby, the September issue, as you can see here, September issue, and it's like, well, September issue of Dengeki Hobby, and the cover is like, you know, and issue Artemis is like firing his shield-like handgun or some sort. I don't really know the name, but this thing costs around 1,500 yen, 1,490 yen. It's around 1,500 yen, and it's basically very sad to say it's discontinued because it's limited production. I've always loved the design of the AGE-2. It's like, you know, transformable, and the face is like very stern, very aggressive, and when this thing came out, I was like thinking, why not give it a try? Well, very sad to say, and very ironically, the conversion wear kit costs even more than the main model, which you need to basically you combine both to form this guy here. So it's like, you know, well, anyway, let's go on the review. As you can see here, I've cut off these two packs, and the inside part I've partially cut it off. This is because that I can allow it to slide in very easily, so I don't have get it. Alright, see, perfectly, and then oh my gosh. So when I paint it that time, I won't need to stress out so much, because it's easy. I just pack it in like that, and then the shoulder part will go in here, going from this hole here, goes in, so it'll be perfect, and I don't have to rip this off and all kind of stuff, you know. Saves my time and makes it look good. That's how we do it. We are Gunpla builders. $1,500 yen for such a thick magazine. See here, such a thick magazine, and 2 pieces of Gunpla gates. Well, this is basically, I could say, not cheap, but this kit, unlike the last year's, what's the name again? Wagtail, GM Wagtail conversion parts. This kit is molded in 2 colors, one blue and one white. So this for amateur builders, it saves your time painting a lot. I can simply say a lot. Okay, by the way, you don't want to see what happened to my Wagtail. It's like crap off. Okay, now we talk about the double bullet. The double bullet is basically the main key frame to this model. Okay, the double bullet gives this model its head, its arms, the body, the front skirt, the side skirt, the back skirt, and these 2, what do I say, triceps. Okay, about the Artemis model, the conversion wear kit gives you these 2 megaparticle cannons, this legs, and the shoulder, this part. Well, and oh, I forgot to say this thing. I don't know what to say. It looks like a shield and looks like a handgun and a beam saber could be attached to it. I don't know what to call it. Maybe some fans know what is it. Then just leave a comment, and I'll thank you very, very much. So anyways, now I'll talk about the articulation of this kit. This kit, basically, okay, take out these two guns with you. Wow, this is a tight grip. Well, the articulation, the head goes up and down, rotates from two joints, one on the above and one on the bottom. You can see 360 degrees with ease. There's a joint is here, one and one, 2 points. Okay. Other than that, the torso. The torso, it rotates. Let's see. It's very well. Basically 360 degrees. It's quite good. And the side skirt, it opens up to this. You can flip out until I think you can go 180 degrees from here to here because of the hands blocking it. Is, you know, cut down the movement. And this thing you see here, I don't know what it calls it, but in flight mode you have to deploy shit thunder, man. You must deploy it down. You can flip up this way, and the front skirt, it moves up this point, and here the leg, yes, the articulation here, but it's not. I put some glue to prevent it from falling off, so I won't do any articulation in case the groin joint for the legs break. Alright, now for the hands. Hand, okay, zoom in, zoom in, okay. Okay, the hand, it rotates up 360 degrees very well. It goes this way, this joint goes this way, and it goes up and down, and this point, it rotates to the front and it goes to the back, and this joint, it rotates, I think, 360 degrees, but I'm not going to try it because, you know, these things are flimsy and you don't want to screw it up, and it moves side to side. Around here, this metaphorical cannon, it can rotate 360 degrees with ease, as you can see. Oh man, it's getting flimsy. Alright. Other than that, we'll talk about the arm. The arm, there's a rotation here, which can go 360 degrees. The arm can bend this way and all the way up. Very good articulation, I can say. Thank you, Bandai, for designing such a good thing. And this hand, well, just like most kits, it rotates 360 degrees, and I don't think you need me to demonstrate, right? And okay, we'll see the legs. The legs, it goes up this way, 2-point joint, and this part, it flips up, maximum point here, and this thing here, it moves. Other than that, there's a articulation at the back here. The back skirt folds up, but I was hoping that Bandai would create a better articulation for it, because in the anime, this thing managed to flip up directly 90 degrees, and this thing was pushed up for the Gundam to grab beam saber handle. But the articulation is quite good for a high grade kit. Though unique, the Artimes is slightly troublesome, as you can see. Look, Mr. Gunpla builders, no legs. So you have to rely on the stand, which comes, oh crap, camera, get back. You have to rely on the stand that comes from the double bullet kit. Well, this kit has quite a lot of weaponry. You see, you have these 2 cannons and 2 dots. What is it? Dots rifle or hyper dots rifle? I don't remember, but is, as you can see, the coloration of the blue, it looks slightly, even though here it looks the same, but it's actually different. This is light blue and this is dark blue. I designed in such a way that, because being a Chinese that believes in the supernatural, I believe in the terms of yin and yang, which is light and darkness. So I will like design on this thing, so it was like, you know, I didn't say anymore. Well, this kit comes with 5 types of different hands. Well, I could say 2 for the right and 3 for the left. The 2 for the right and left is the one that you see here now, is basically the fist which used to hold equipment. You also come with a pair of closed fists, as you can see here, a pair of closed fists, and a open arm. So other than that, you come with this clear beam, 2 clear beams. Well, I still love it because it's transparent, and this thing comes from the conversion kit. Well, it's very fascinating. You could just take a beam and you can just plug it here. See? As you can see here, this is a point you'll be thinking, why did they even design something on the arm which is basically not visible and utterly useless? Well, if you're thinking that way, maybe because you're new to Gundam Age, well, I will forgive your ignorance. Well, basically this thing is this is rifle. If you bend a little, you can slot it in. See? It's actually, this thing was originally meant to be the storage place for the rifle. If you suddenly wonder, why did this thing, bat-like thing, appear around here? It's because, just like the other 3 AGE-2, which they transform, this can also be transformed in a slightly different way. As you can see, you have 2 Dodge rifle as wings, 2 mega particle cannons poised to strike, and the back leg, well, originally they have to part for the back leg, but I won't want to use that in case risking myself in screwing up the joints and all kind of stuff, you know. And oh yeah, I forgot. This thing, you could just pick it up. Oh my, get back. And this thing, you flip it up. Come on. Flip it up, and you pack it. You see there's 2 packs, 1 pack here and 1 pack here. See? You pack this pack. You get something like this, right? You slowly and carefully place it here, this way. See? It's that way. So it's like, you know, because the double bullet came without a hyper dodge rifle, unlike the original AGE-2, which has a hyper dodge rifle, and the AGE-2 Darkhound, which has a rifle length kind of stuff. So this thing came with this nose to substitute the lack of something to place in front. So it makes it look not so retarded. Unlike the, as you can see here, unlike the AGE-2 double bullet, I don't know, but I myself don't like the design of the AGE-2 double bullet in flight mode. I feel that it's retarded because it don't have a nose here, so it's like very weird. So with this thing, it looks really great, I could say. Well, about transformation, I guess that you have just watched my pictures one by one, one step by one step, this thing transformed. So I don't need to demonstrate it, and you know, it's very difficult to demonstrate in front of the camera because I'm taking care of the camera. I must know where this camera is, and sadly I don't have a DSLR. So that's that.
燃え果てた時の中に聞こえた愛しき君の声間違えるはずなんてない痛む心を覚えてる受け継いだ魂の目には正義の火を映し出すよこの胸の貴殿魔が咲く頃にさがる新規へと燃え果てた時の中に聞こえた愛しき君の声間違えるはずなんてない痛む心を覚えてる
Slightly advanced builders would like to know what paint that I used for this kit. Well, basically, for the blue, I didn't use the original blue. I used this, if you're in my region, you can get this paint, but I don't know whether your country can get this paint or not, so I just recommend these few colors. Well, for the blue, I used this brand Tenko Crystal Aerosol paint. It's around, let's say, $2 US. Well, around that, and this paint is Oxford blue. The blue, I love this type of blue. It's really cool, and you know, but very sadly, this blue is slightly difficult to use because it is very thick, and the time needed for it to dry is around like, you know, half an hour to 1 hour. Unlike the Aero brands that I usually use, because very sadly the Aero brands have ran out of stock of the normal blue, so I have no choice but I took this Tenko. So for the Aero brand paints, I used this apple green for the part, as you can see here. You look very closely at the blades here, they are partially green. Yes, I used this Aero brand's apple green to make it look green because, you know, if you watch Double O, you know about this weaponry called the GN Kartas. The GN Kartas are basically coated with a layer of green metal, which is like some sort of heat blade. It produces a heat wave that's more than 3000 degrees Celsius that's used to melt other metals. So I got the idea and I use it. Okay, other than that, I also use this Aero brand's dark gray for the hydraulics and the frame parts. And finally, due to that I'm overly paranoid that the paint will fall off or I might scratch it off, I use this Tenko Crystal top coat. This top coat is like very, I don't know, I love it because it gives it a very shiny effect while making it look, if you use flash, you can see that this top coat, it makes the surface look as matte, and I love the rough feeling of it. It's very good. Other than that, I also use some Gundam markers and, you know, silver for this part. See here, silver, and the white I retain, and the eyes I change it to blue, and you know, that's all. And I pattern line this thing up, and then like that, and that's that. So skate, I give it a 89%. Is in terms of articulation, is very good. In terms of coloration is not that good because the parts some parts you need to paint them yourself, like a lot of stuff you need to paint yourself, but it's still very good compared to the Wagtail, the GM Wagtail, which is hell. And this thing about the transformation is quite okay, except for the legs. You have to change the part. I dislike that, and the weaponry is okay, and I don't think I have any comments for this thing, but it's, to be very frank, putting a name Artimes for such a manly kid some sort of contradicts, because Artemis is the protector goddess to girls last time, okay, this is, young viewers shouldn't hear this part, okay, it's around this, they've said that Artemis, when they want to worship her, the young girls, when they reach puberty, they have to strip and run around the temple in the forest. Well, don't do this today, because by doing that, you get arrested, or the boys in your class will film you up, or you catch pneumonia, or very, very unlucky, you get all three. So, I think that's all for today, and I hope to see you on my next review. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your time.
俺は戦う。敵が誰であろうと、私はやり遂げる。やり遂げねばならんのだ。
落ちた涙は強さへと幾千もの日を越えて、僕らは再び覚醒する。守りたい、そう誓うなら進むだけさ。受け継いだ魂の目には正義の火を映し出すよ。この胸の貴殿魔が咲く頃に下がるわ蜃気へと。受け継いだ魂の目には正義の火を映し出すよ。この胸の貴殿魔が咲く頃に下がるわ蜃気へと。
Oh, finally, I would like to end this video with a quote by, if you watch Gundam AGE by Zihak Galet, he always, when he sees the Gundam with the new wear kit, he'll say, "Gundam, you devil, have thou changed your form again?" Well, that's it. Thanks for your time and thanks for watching. I really appreciate that. Thank you.